What's going on, CCM Magazine family? I'm Christian Johnson, and we're back with another great interview for all of you. Of course, you see him already. It's none other than an amazing vocalist, Kelontae
Um,
Gavin. How you doing, sir?
Dude, I'm doing amazing. Thank y'all for having me. Shout out to CCM
Yeah,
Mag. Come on, man.
we
Glad to be here,
appreciate you being
Christian.
here,
Thank
man. We really do. So
you.
you've got a lot going on, man. So recently, I know the
Yeah,
Stella
bro.
Awards just came up, and I saw you attended. You was looking very sharp. So how was that?
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I throw on a nice church suit.
Yeah,
And the 38th annual Stella Awards was absolutely phenomenal, man. Enjoy just to go, man. I didn't present, I didn't
right.
perform, I didn't have an award or was even nominated. Just was pretty cool to be. I made this post on IG, just a fanatic about gospel music. Glad to be an attendee. So it was super dope.
Right. I saw you say you was the biggest fan in gospel music, just
Oh
glad to
yeah.
be able to attend. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
So when's the last time you actually put out some music? I know we've got several
Yeah.
albums that you put out, and you put out Hold Me
Yep.
Close, of course, but how long has it been since you've released music?
Man, it's literally been 2 years, man. Actually bumping into three. I'm gonna say two and a half, three. So we had the pandemic, 2020 came and
Right,
just
right.
he had to make a huge adjustment, not just as people, but of course our industry, artists. We found new ways to reach our viewers and our fans, via videos. And a lot of the videos was popping in and a whole lot of more Zoom calls. And so I was super excited that now just releasing the upcoming album. It's literally been a 3-year space since the
Wow.
last record. Yeah.
Wow. So what was that transition period like during the pandemic? I know you said you kind of had to find, I guess, new ways to really connect with people and stay connected with the industry. So during that period of the pandemic, like you said, you haven't really released anything then. I guess my question would be, why now? What is God putting in your spirit in this season? Because your album is named Testify, and I love the name. So
Yeah.
tell me about that, and what do you hope people gain from the message of your album?
Yeah, man, I love that question. Great question. Testify is an album of testimonials. I did something different. I have my mom and my management actually. I can't say I did something different. We did something different. My management thought it would be pretty cool because the album is entitled Testify to have actual live recorded testimonials. So
Mhm.
you'll hear my mom testify, my cousin testify, and another uncle of mine testify of their own personal experiences of walking with God and how they managed to just be a blessing or how God was a blessing to them. I totally forgot from the age that I was, of course, from the time of birth to 2 years old, Christian, I experienced seizures. I used to have these
Really?
seizures on and off that I totally forgot about,
Mm.
that my mom testified about, looking at that, her having the hands. I mean, it really is a touching, quick 1 minute testimonial how God gave her a promise that that was not the destiny of her child.
Wow.
And she believed God for me. And to see me doing what I'm doing today was just a blessing to her. So the album itself, I didn't just want a name that sound good. We have albums that just sound good and we have a
Right, right.
title track, but I wanted the album to literally you are in the experience. Throw yourself in the music and see that Testify is about testimonials. And we testify not just about the goodness of God or the goodness of Jesus, but also the goodness of our stories. That if you're not dead, then God ain't done.
Mm, man. So, and like even what you just said, your
Yeah.
mom was able to give a testimony about your life that you had
Yeah.
even forgot about. So it's even a reminder. Sometimes we think our testimonies and being able to testify for other people. Sometimes it's so we don't forget. It's so we remember what we came through. We remember what God has done for us. So I'm really excited to hear this album. And you've already released one song of it with
Yeah.
Morel. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
What it's like working with her, and she's a vocal beast on her own. So tell us what it was like
Man,
to be able to work with her, and what's that song about too?
yeah, man, dude, absolutely. The voice, right? The incomparable voice, Kim
Right.
Burrell, shout out to Lucius Hopkins, man. We had the opportunity to work with an incredible producer. It's just so fun. Yo, man, I scatted. Come on, man.
I
I
know.
scat.
I heard it.
I never, it took me almost 30 minutes to an hour to get each scat precise. I didn't know scat was that serious, man. I didn't know scat was that serious, man. So shout out to her. She's an incredible voice, and we did not work in the studio together. We were
Really?
able to place our, our voices in specific order for the song in different areas, right? The power of technology. And it sounded as if we was in one spot. So I do want to make mention of that because that's pretty cool,
Yeah, right,
for both
right.
of us being vocalists and well-known vocalists to have the opportunity where we're super duper duper excited and excited that we pulled this song Good Love from the album Testify. So it's super dope.
Man, wow. Well, we're looking for the Scat 101 video coming out soon by Kelontae Gavin. So, so we can have the breakdown and learn how to do
Come on, bro.
that. So, man, like honestly, I just want to say I've been a fan for a long time. I remember back when you were going viral over your cafeteria video. What you
Yeah.
were like 15, I think. Like that was it's been
So yeah, 14 going on 15.
14. Wow. And I think I had just graduated high school at the time, and I just remember, because of
Whoa.
my life, I've tried to be, a young person growing in the admiration of the Lord, and
Yeah.
oftentimes you don't always see that. So I think around by the time I started discovering like you and Bree Babineau and so a couple other people around about that time, and I saw like
Wow.
this flux of young people standing up for God, and it was just so inspiring
Yeah.
to see you guys come up. So what would you say? I know you probably got plenty, but from then to now, what would you say is kind of the biggest moment in your life where you say, wow, God has really changed my life. God has really done some amazing things between that viral moment to testify.
Man, when you are 14, you are and you're a fan of music, it's one thing to hear your favorite artist. It's another thing to hear from your favorite artist that you're one of their favorites. Like that's huge, man. Like I've
Mm,
had the opportunity to share, yeah, with every major living legend. And I have the chance, of course, to meet one that passed, such as Rance Allen.
right, right.
Like that is powerful, man. From Kirk to the Donnie McClurkin to Donald Lawrence. I just literally in this 1 year alone, bro, I worked with three legends: Kim Burrell, um, Kirk Franklin. I just left the studio with Kirk and Donald Lawrence. I just recorded with him last month.
Wow.
Bro, I'm a fan of gospel music. I met Kirk and we was talking. I said, Kirk, you say that a lot, but I love gospel. I think we're in the same boat, man. Like I love gospel music. So to be 14, that and you know what, Christian? The biggest moment for me today is still hearing from people that still reference that cafeteria video.
Wow.
That's it's 10 years, bro. They still say either I still have that saved, I still look at it, I still remember it. Come on, man. How much video do we remember 10 years ago? And that showed me today, like, I really didn't realize how big that was. Like, I
Right.
was like, okay, viral. No, you went viral, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that is huge to be a light for Jesus, man, singing an old song that was way older than me. Like,
Yeah.
it's so many references there being recorded by a white woman. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like, that's huge. That's
breaking
huge.
barriers. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's huge
Mm,
in a time now where people are going viral for police brutality, high school stuff, fights. World
right.
Star was coming off its grip.
That's true.
That was amazing to see a black kid be recorded by a white woman singing about a God, you know, who, yeah, is very interested in the color of our skin. But when we look at that to the focal point of Jesus being the center, man,
Mm-hmm.
that was because gospel music sings about our struggles, sings
Mm,
about our breakthrough, sings about our deliverance, sing about the things we've had to step over and the things we have to live through. And so from my album Testify to that viral video, from the 10-year mark from me releasing an album around the same time I went viral 10 years ago, bro, is absolutely huge. There's significance. It's a connect,
yeah,
So now I'm testifying about the time I was singing in that cafeteria singing I won't complain. You know?
man. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now you can testify because he didn't complain. So,
Yeah.
but, but man, I always say this, like, I feel like whenever God wants to let you know you're in the right place, he'll kind of put those little things that will remind you, like, yeah, now this is a moment for you. You're in the
Yeah.
right vein. So, I didn't even realize it
Yeah.
was kind of approaching the anniversary of that. That's amazing.
Crazy.
So
Crazy.
I guess I would like to ask this question.
Yeah.
So you're releasing Testify, and well, of course, it's going to be on all streaming platforms and everything,
Everywhere.
and available everywhere.
Is it?
So with Testify, what song are you probably most excited for people to hear?
Ooh, that's hard, man. I don't know, man. It's all of them. Of course, man. All of them. The title track is a little heartstring for me, not just because I wrote it or produced it. Bro, it really is so simple. Like the gospel is. It says, the chorus says, I've seen too much, like been through too much. He's done so much. I gotta testify. It's actually out right now. You gotta go see like a live visual we put together for Positive Vibes Recording Academy on YouTube. And just looking at the album itself and thinking about it from your question, bro, of what's my favorite, I would say probably the title track, the Testify. And I wrote it with, I love country music. That's a fun fact about me. I absolutely love country music. So I literally wrote that song, and that's crazy. I wrote this song for somebody else. Like I was gonna give it to somebody else.
Really?
And I was like, and I'll record it because I love Rascal Flatts. I love country music. I'm talking about from King down. I mean, I love everybody, the legends. You talk Dolly Parton, the incredible songs. I'm gonna call a psalmist, songstress, songwriter herself, right? She's an incredible guy. I love George Strait, man. George Strait, like I love legends, man, country, man. And I was like, I'm gonna give this to somebody else, give it to maybe a Southern Christian artist, Southern gospel artist. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna record it. And so I think Testify is my favorite. And this record is special to me because once again, people don't share their stories, man. Some people be scared because they don't want people, to talk about them. They think we know that people do that. They will broadcast what they got going on, put God over it, but you really want people to see what you got going on.
That's true.
But then there are others, bro, who are just as genuine and authentic and are just sharing their organic stories because they're humble at heart and they just want to be a blessing to people, that if God did it for me, he can do it for you.
Man, that's powerful. Man, we got to get you here to Nashville one day since you love country music so much. We got to get you.
Oh, you already know it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm moving to Nashville. When I retire, I'm still have. I like gospel, but I'm gonna do some country music. Y'all don't know.
Man,
Stay
come
tuned.
on with it.
Kelontae with a major country artist writing in the studio or something. You never know.
Man, we got to get you down here. But so how much songwriting do you do? Actually, I didn't ever think about that.
Now a lot. Fun fact: when I finish this interview, like I'm going to write. I'm trying to practice that. As a songwriter, and this for all my creative songwriters or producers, you should not only write when you have a deliverable. You should not only be writing when an album is coming out. The Bible says, sing unto the Lord a new song. This Australian pastor told me something. She's a mother of one of the lead singers of Planet Shakers. She said this to me. She said, Kelontae, you being a worshiper should write something every day. Every day. That's a challenge, Christian. That is a challenge. But I'm trying my best now that whenever I have free time or whatever, just write something. It may be an unfinished lyric, song, chorus, verse, vamp, bridge, whatever, but you write something just to show God, man, stewardship, me stewarding the gift that he's given me, Christian, is not me giving him albums. It's giving him back more than what he's given me. So it's not just through my song. Here it is. It's through my life. And songwriting is a piece of it. And this is where I kind of get nervous of people and songwriters and album. And that's why I love just my album, Testify. That's why I named it Testify. Like, no, we need to share our stories, man. Like, I pray when the listener here Testify, you will get to hear just some glimpses of my life. So Testify is a collective of a body of work where you literally get to hear how my last 3 years has been. Happy, sad, praise, worship. I don't know. Here we go. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow, man. Sorry, digesting that a little bit. So
I feel that too, Doc. Yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously, that's wow. That's powerful. But so what's next for Kelontae Gavin? What's the next venture? You're gonna do movies next? You're songwriting and singing and albums. What's next for you?
Dude, all of the above. I'll say this. It may look like a break. It may look like I've been doing it for 10 years, and most of the times the grind is keep going. Like I probably got one more album in me before I just take a break and breathe and live. I'm looking towards marriage, establishing a healthy marriage. Other than now, my healthy life. Like I'm thinking about legacy now,
Right.
Kids in a few years, thinking about that stuff. music will still be a part of it. But now it's like, because I'm still in my mid-20s, now I want to try the things that just, some of it might not even make sense to people. Like, why is he doing that? Real estate, a movie, a book, a play, a mentorship. I just launched a worship school, bro, and not many artists do that, where I teach, and I'm teaching, and I have taught hundreds of students and people who are worship leaders and aspiring artists, bro, on how to start learning about masters, financial literacy, learning about your Bible, bro. Like, I'm realizing as a young artist, I'm also a lover of the word. Like, my public display of worship is because of my private devotion. Like, if I'm a gospel artist, I need to know the gospel. And I'm hearing people who don't know the gospel. It's simple. So I'm teaching worship leaders that how to work with teams, team building. Everybody don't have the $1 million church budget. So how do I be effective in small churches? How do I pivot? How do I balance being multifaceted? Because my frustration as a worship leader is that I'm leading a people in service on a Sunday. You're trying to tell me the only time that church cares about worship leaders is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on a Sunday morning? You're not a business owner? You're not an entrepreneur? Like, how do you balance? Because Jesus was a king and a carpenter. So what's next for me is that as I rule with the king that lives on the inside of me, and as the king he's called me to be, I also want to be disciplined and develop myself as a carpenter. Yeah. That's what's next for me, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, part of it is probably a low percentage of music. It's elsewhere, real estate, business ventures, all kind. That's what's next for me. Like, I'm gonna be 25, and I'm gonna tell my generation, those who are older than me, label manager. I've already talked to management, tell them, hey, I'm taking a break.
Wow. Man, well, whenever you put together your conference, make sure.
Oh my God, you coming? Come on,
man. Man, send us the link. I will be there. Yeah. Hey, let me know, man.
Let's do it.
I will be there. Let's do it. Man. Wow. All right. Well, I done had you long enough. All right, I'm gonna ask you this question. Man. Then we'll let you go.
Just testifying. That's all I'm doing. Testify. That's all testifying. That's it.
All right, man. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna ask you this last question. I'm gonna let you go.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you just got on stage, you just finished ministering, you're ready to go home. What's your go-to meal or your go-to snack that you gotta eat, that you just gotta have?
Bowl. Hey, you from South Carolina? You notice I done said bow like 3 times. And for all of you out here who don't know what bow is, it is unisex, B-O, right? Or you can do B-O-E if you want to spell it like that.
Right.
It's unisex. Everybody's bow where we from. Carolinas. Sorry, this is very bad interview. Yeah, very bad.
You're good, man. Hey, we're just talking. We just have a conversation.
Our publicist Jacinda told me you was from Carolina, and that's what messed me up. Anyway, but okay, I love fruit snacks. Absolutely love fruit snacks. I gotta have them.
Okay,
gotta have fruit snacks. Meal, bro, I'm an all-around eater. So one day maybe a soup, next maybe some soul food with a piece of chicken and some fries. Next time maybe some pasta, maybe Jamaican, some hibachi. I'm all over, y'all. Everything from sushi to steak, fine dining to hole in the wall. I'm all around, dog.
Hey man, you sound like my type of guy, man. We eat everything. Try it all. All right, so next time y'all bring Kelontae to your church or to your state, having some fruit snacks ready and take them nice. All right, man. Well, of course, tell everybody where they can follow you and check out everything that you got, and tell them how they can support your ministry. Yeah, man. Thank you, Christian, for having me. Thank you, CC and Mag family. Kelontae Gavin. Follow me on Instagram, Kelontae_Gavin, Kelontae. Last name Gavin, Gav as in Victor, IN. Facebook, Kelontae Gavin, and YouTube. I am Kelontae Gavin. Go subscribe, comment, like, share my page. The content you don't get through music, you want to get to know me, follow me on the road, vlogging, content, music videos. We got you. Podcasts, we got you. I am Kelontae Gavin on YouTube. Follow me. Keep locked in. I may be in your city, so stay tuned. Might be around the corner from you.